Hey, what is up everybody? Kilryan here, bringing you another video, and this time what I wanted to talk to you all about is the loot system of Blade and Soul. A lot of people have been asking about the question, like what my opinion is on it, or is it good, is it bad, and I know it's a pretty controversial thing, and so I just kind of wanted to explain how the loot system works, as well as give my opinion and a little bit of my insight into it, especially with my experience on Taiwan. So without further ado, let's hop right on in. Alright, so the way that Blade and Soul has their whole entire loot system set up is it's a bidding system. This is completely different than what we find in any MMOs, like I said, that you don't find it in World of Warcraft, you don't find it in Terra, you don't find it in WildStar, Guild Wars 2, or anything along these lines. The bidding system is set up to where, let's say an item drops, okay? An item drops, you'll see a user interface thing pop up. You'll see it actually right after this boss that I have shown here. But it gives everyone in the party the option to bid on the item. Much like you would think, almost like a live auction, okay? So you say, oh yeah, that piece, that Bopay piece, that Soul Shield piece that I wanted, yes, I definitely want that. I'm willing to invest a little bit of the money that I've earned into getting this Soul Shield piece or this crafting item. You can then bid against your teammates to go about getting, basically whoever has the highest bid is going to win the item. A lot of controversy has kind of come into play from this because they're like, oh my god, it's going to be pay to win. Oh my god, like whoever, no life's the game is going to get whatever they want. Whoever buys gold is going to get whatever they want. But in truth, the way it ends up playing out is whenever that item drops, sure, you might not get it the first run through. If you're like rushing 45 and someone did a little bit better job farming money, or you have a really veteran player in your group and that costume drops from, let's say, the level 36 dungeon even, you're probably going to lose the bid. However, whenever that happens, all the money that is spent by that character, by this person, intended to, get the item, because they worked hard. They worked hard for that money, hopefully, right? They worked for that money. They saved up. They said, I want this item, and they're willing to spend the money to get it, right? All of that money is going to be going back into the party and split amongst the players in the group. In my opinion, this is a great system. The reason why is because it allows it gives a purpose to continually running dungeons, whether you are a veteran or you are a new player. My experience on Taiwan with this looting system was that I would run dungeons every single day. I wasn't the guy carrying the group by any means, right? However, what it allowed the whole group to do is I might have been just a person in there. I could help a little bit, and at the end of the day, I didn't win any of the items, but guess what? I made the gold. I got gold from these guys betting up against a metal, which you use for late game crafting. They pay 15 gold for this one single metal. I'm not able to bid with it because, dude, I got 4 gold to my name, right? They bid 15 gold, and all of a sudden, I get 4 more gold. This allows you to continually make money regardless of if you're running, because everyone's been in World of Warcraft, everyone's been in another game where you'll go into a dungeon, oh man, I really want these boots, oh fuck, some random guy rolled on it, oh he took everything. There's not going to be profitability to that from other players. So you're always going to be making money, and then people who have gold and want to run something, they can almost guarantee them getting the item that they want while also benefiting their party. Okay. Another thing that people are a little bit concerned about whenever it comes to this whole looting system and whatnot is that players will go about doing kind of a unseemly type thing where, we're just going to bid each other up, and try and get more money out of players who, might not, let's say a weapon skin drops. Actually, in the dungeon that I'm running, weapon skins drop pretty continuously, and what one main like thing is, if let's say a destroyer weapon drops and only a destroyer's in there, people might try and bid it up to get more money out of the destroyer alone. I personally haven't come across that, and I do believe that it is to some degree a valid gripe in comparison. What I think that they should do in that situation is that they should have a class restricted type ruling system as well with the bidding, which I think that there actually is an implementation of. So that's the one kind of concern with the looting system, is that people will try to they'll try to not be very generous or kind to like other players and try and make as much money as possible, which we're North American bastards, so I could see that happening. But for the most part, from what I've seen, what I've witnessed, is it ends up being a pretty solid system, because it benefits the people without money, because they're making money, and especially if the richer players are able to, or even if you have a little bit and you can bid against them to try and make profit, your group will make money, he'll get the item that he wants, and eventually you're going to get to the point where you will be able to make the money. And there's no, like, in terms of weapons and things like that, unless we're talking the super late game oriented like items, which drop once every like 500 runs at the high end, like legendary level or whatever it may be, weapons and things like that are not contested whenever it comes down to the actual looting system. So that's a really beneficial point, just because you're not running an instance and all of a sudden a destroyer is bidding on your Kung Fu Master weapon to try and get like money out of it. That's probably not going to happen, because you could literally just say, I don't give a fuck, these weapons drop all the time, and you could pass it up, because you can chain run these instances as many times as you want. So that's not going to be a real concern. It's more along the lines of the crafting materials that you are going to need whenever you are doing your weapon upgrades and things like that. So that's where it's going to be. You're going to need to make money. You're going to be able to make money by running these. It gives a purpose for high levels and high-end people to keep running content, and it'll always be beneficial for you to be doing content. And that's one thing that I do like about Blade and Soul. Hopefully you find this video informational. Let's get into the outro. Thank you all very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informational. Don't forget to check out my previous video as well. There's going to be a link right here. Or follow me on Twitter at Kilryan. Or check out my Twitch sometime, twitch.tv/Kilryan, because I do stream on there. One thing to note, guys, as far as Blade and Soul goes, with the Masters packs and everything along those lines, they're only going to be available until the head start of the closed beta. And from what I understand, that's going to be close to late December, so you might be able to snag one up until, I would say, Christmas, but even then that'll be catching it be pretty close. I would recommend, if you know you're going to play Blade and Soul, if you know you're going to invest into costumes or whatever it may be, just grab the Masters Pack. It has a lot of value, guys. But once again, hopefully you found the video informational. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget to post what you think they should do as far as the looting system goes in the comments down below. And yeah, y'all have a good day, guys. Catch y'all next time.